Greetings, mi personas. Welcome to CUjO F3TT, a cultural-friendly scuttlebutt on the semi-weekly. My name is CUjO. You might remember me from such live streams as 33 Minutes, where I indeed did fly too close to the sun. Perhaps any number of my random interviews with the astute minds of our time. And of course, let us not forget G.I. Joe, one of the deepest fan podcasts working on an international basis. But today we're talking Boba Fett. I'm obviously a little rusty, and if you can see the lighting next to me, it's storming like it's Camino outside. Welcome to Colorado Springs. It'll probably be stark bright sunlight in a second. But welcome. I was compelled to start a cultural-friendly chat. Of course, I'm going to chat with my friends and talk about current events. But in case we're first meeting, welcome, I salute you. And of course, I'm drinking Bing, the real fruit juice energy drink. You know I'm coming for that partnership, Bing. But welcome to Colorado Springs and my common space. So if folks filter through, apologies. We're keeping it as real as possible. But I'm not alone. I got a friend on standby, one of my oldest friends, an appreciator of culture as well. And we'll chat that up. So welcome. To have a conversation with any kind of gravity, you'd have to say, what is Star Wars to me? Well, I was born in Northern California in the Napa Valley, about a half an hour's drive from Modesto, whom at that time had a gentleman named George Lucas, who was coming up and making a name for himself. I was aware of him as an adult. You'd see him in the papers, etc. He represented the rebellion from Southern California, and that's been well documented. But I grew up playing with Star Wars, eventually G.I. Joe, we'll get there. But I actually have a connection with LucasArts or Lucasfilm. My stepfather at the time was at the top of his game. He was a taxidermist, and you might remember a Lucasfilm called Willow. They did provide some skins for Willow. Skins didn't get used because of, I think, PETA pushback, etc. for that time. So at that time, I did get to walk through Lucasfilm, Lucas Studios as a kid. I remember the Yoda puppet. It was surreal. And furthermore, I did have behind-the-scenes access to the California Academy of Sciences, which housed the model of the submarine for Indiana Jones. Cheers, fans. But anywho, I'm wasting time. Why did Fett resonate for me personally? As he has with millions of fans everywhere. You know what? I forgot to start the show. I will smooth this out, guys. Trust me. All right. Why did Fett resonate for me? The gentle giant, if you're asking. Yeah, of course it was design. I've been a line artist. I used to draw him after school. He's the most well-designed fictional character in our world. I'm listening. I will take pushback on that in the comments. For me, Fett was mystery. He was anonymity. You might see I'm wearing shades in CUjO F3TT. I've followed Fett's journey through Legends. There was a time in my life where I had nothing going on, guys, except the Dark Horse comics. Shadows of the Empire should be the quickest thing for Lucas to pull out of their back, or for Disney to pull out of their back pocket. Anywho, yeah, huge fan of Fett. Through my artistic career, of course, I've done Fett Wave, a synthwave album dedication to him on Bandcamp. I'll put that in the comments or in the details. Feel free to enjoy that. What else? You know what? I do have to drop some names too. And that would probably start with, you know who. Cheers, guys. The Boba Fett fan club. Probably the deepest, coolest fan community online. Of course, a tip of the, or a cheers to the glass to the real ones. That would be the mods back in the day. Mel, Drake. Wherever you folks are, I salute you. And of course, the creator of the website, a good friend, Aaron. We've worked together creatively over the years. Cheers, my man. The slickest online community. Yeah. So, cheers, guys. I do have a history with Fett. You feel me? But yeah, let's see if I'm leaving anything off the list. Yeah, before I let my friend in the room, I do have to address one other thing. Modern Fett. You know, when you're starting a new community conversation, you can look at something or you can elevate something else. I think I'm going to do this. Do I like the Disney Boba Fett arc? Did I enjoy the book of Boba Fett? Yeah, I like it. Am I a shill? No. No. Let me ask you, are you too far gone that you can't accept a redemption act? What about Fett? Spends his life looking good, working for mediocrity, sloppy folks. You think he respected Jabba the Hutt? Welcome to Camino or Colorado Springs. Look, Fett had to get swallowed to be free. That's your arc too, isn't it? It's mine. How many times did you fall down? Did you have to dig yourself out? I'm not gonna go zealot, guys. I'm just saying, you want to know what speaks to me? How about a guy who knows he's trash? Good looking trash. At the end of his book, he's like, I don't deserve this. And Fennec Shand, right? If not us, then who? Hey, this is a new fan conversation, by the way. I do want to speak one more bit about the book of Boba Fett. Does it work for me? Yes, and a variety of reasons. But I'll start with the first one. Ming-Na Wen, Fennec Shand. What a cool character. You guys know. I think Time Magazine called Ming-Na Wen one of the 100 most powerful women in the world. Yeah, she's an actress. That's worldwide access. You know what? Let's end this. Let's end this. I'm going to play this. Like I said, it's my first time, guys. My first time. Hey, let's call the transition.
Oh, hello.
What's up, man? Are you reaching out
Hey,
from
CUjO.
Endor? What's going on? Where are you?
I am actually in where they filmed Endor for the most part. I'm in the middle of the redwoods in Northern California.
Good, man. Satellite ops.
Pretty
Welcome,
much.
Mojo. Fair to say we go back. Is that fair?
That is very fair. It's we go back like a rocking chair.
We've had friends before us, but here we are. Here we are. And a big salute to all those guys out there. Yeah, we came up in NoCal. We came up in the middle of counterculture. Is that right?
That's fair to say. Absolutely.
This is the first time we've been on screen together, by the way. It's an honor, my man.
Yeah, it's
Before
the first time I've been on screen.
that's not true, and I'll disprove that before we're over. What about let's just get a pop culture profile on you, and of course this won't be
Uh-oh.
the last time that we chat. But give me your favorite aspect of Star Wars when you're reflecting. What is it? Are you a blaster guy, lightsaber? What is it?
I was always drawn to the sabers. Not that I was into Luke or anything, but just the more the Jedi aspect of, I mean, growing up with ninjas and whatnot. One of my
Mm,
favorite characters, just growing up, would just not to bring in a different line, but like Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow and GI Joe. You
let's
know,
not go multiverse yet. We'll get
I
there.
gotcha. but no, I would say the saber was my thing.
All right. Well, then let me go here. Are you baby blue right now, or are you deep red? Are you as red as this can, this Bing can?
um, let's go red.
That sounds like true Northern California. Um, with GI
What was
Joe,
that?
we both came up with GI Joe. We met at church, like many folks do. You had GI Joe, I had Star Wars, but ultimately articulation is where it's at. Am I right?
It is. It is
Yeah.
absolutely.
Of course, we can spin the many reasons we like GI Joe, but let's go quick. GI Joe Berg style profile. Your favorite Joe character and vehicle, and then we'll go Cobra.
Well, damn. I mean, just off the top of my head, GI Joe favorite character would be Snake Eyes. Just growing up with, I mean, when the first wave came out, how do you say no? An
Mm,
all black character, mask, just like Boba Fett. You don't get to see his face. Very mysterious. He's a ninja. What are you gonna do?
I have heard
Uh,
people describe Snake Eyes. What about that vehicle?
vehicle wise, do you got me right off the top of my head?
That's how we go. That's how we do.
I'd say the Rattler. Oh, we're doing Joe's. So, thing I never owned but always wanted was probably the USS Flag.
Mm. That is, we've seen people do amazing things with that. I referenced
Yes,
GI Joe Berg and the aircraft carrier. Uh, let's go Cobra. I heard you say Rattler, and
absolutely.
I can't say no. Um, what about the character?
I mean, I guess I would have to, because of the comics, I'd go with Storm Shadow.
Yeah, yeah, I can
I
still
mean,
see him on the pages with Snake Eyes running down that beach.
I actually think I Storm Shadow over Snake Eyes in some ways, just because I feel like Storm Shadow just has more character,
Mm.
um, more history. That's I don't know. He deals with a lot more than Snake Eyes does.
Yeah, he does seem to be more accessible in his complexities. Um, let's wrap up like this. I know that you're in the middle of transition. Let's say you're
Absolutely.
in the book of Mojo. Your hands are digging out of the sand right now. What's important to you now in 2024? What are you saying? I'm going to make a priority out of this, aside from being on screen with me, obviously, which I appreciate. Thank you, woman.
Priority in 2024 is becoming mobile. Actually, I mean, a
Mm,
lot less tied down to anything really. Just becoming mobile, being able to go where I want, do what I want. I've been tied down for a little while now, so this transition is going to be a good one.
mm. And I believe you're on the West Coast right now, right? That's why it's a little brighter over there.
It is.
Hmm.
Yeah, we
All
got
right.
we got beautiful sunshine and no cloud in sight.
Well, before we end it, I'm going to wrap up talking about some found footage movies. I'll let you go before then, but correct me if I'm not wrong. There was a chapter where you were working in Hollywood, and in the Blair Witch 2, you were a stand in for the lead. Is that right?
That is true.
Yeah, I don't forget, my man. Of course, that actor would go on to play Burn Notice and be
Right.
a cool dude.
Yeah.
Do you we've watched TV series together, and we'll chat that up another time. What's your favorite found footage movie offhand?
Found footage.
Yeah, I wanted to blindside you, obviously.
I mean, found footage for the most part. I guess it would be the Blair Witch.
Damn, dude, I didn't know you were gonna be that basic.
Yeah, well.
Well, hey, I'm gonna drop 3 that are free to watch on YouTube after this, and you can catch up with my my being tormented by found footage. Sound good?
Yes, please do.
All right, brother.
friend.
As you say, a new chapter, and Mojo, we're gonna be teaming up on screen, my man.
We'll do. All right, brother. Take care.
Cheers, brother. Well, hey, welcome to the first stream of CUjO F3TT. Is it gonna hit? Of course it is. Look how real this is. That sunlight's burning me up. I wanted to end on some found footage. It's a genre of movie. Of course, you know what it is. And the most famous is the Blair Witch. It kind of put the genre on the map. I didn't really appreciate it. I didn't really appreciate it much when I was younger. I'm not sure why, but recently I've started to appreciate the process, how people shoot stuff on the minimum, and it inspires me. So I thought I'd drop a couple recommendations. The first one I have, all of these are free on YouTube. So the first one is One Last Dive. It's only about 1.5 minutes. If you're afraid of the ocean, furthermore, the ocean at night, yeah, that's a bottomless pit right there. But my second is Borderlands, or One Last Prayer. That's on YouTube as well. That's an interesting one. If you grow up with Catholicism, that's a good look. The framing, the lighting, it's powerful. And that ending, you want to talk CUjO F3TT. It's very Sarlachian, guys. I definitely recommend that just so you're unsettled for about a week. The last one I'm going to reference is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Oftentimes, when found footage works, you enjoy the character, or you see an arc and you're like, I don't like this person, so it doesn't matter when they get ripped limb from limb. But I'm going to reference the movie Grave Encounters. There's some eye rolls because everybody knows it. That's on YouTube. You love the crew going in. Maybe not everybody, but they're interesting. You know, they got the occult specialist. They got the charismatic guy. By the end, you know what he's doing. No, it's a good watch. It's a good watch. It's creepy. Yeah. So there's my 3 there. I'll put links to everything in the details when I get to it. But thank you for joining me. This is going to have the polish of everything. I'm not trying to go there, guys. I'm just trying to enjoy being, you know what I'm saying? And I'll end it there. It's been a pleasure chatting with folks. I'm going to check my, yeah. Catch me on the weekly. We'll decide the time. Ideally, CUjO F3TT is for you, for the indie creative. Are you dropping a comic? You can drop in where Mojo was chatting. Are you dropping a found footage movie? I'm into that. I'm into that. Anything that, you know, if people are turning up, CUjO F3TT turns up too. Anyway, cheers, my man, my peeps. And